and you can be a lucky winner in our Back to School weekly giveaway, from a fully loaded backpack or grand prize payment towards school fees. Promotion runs from July 28th to August 23rd. Terms and conditions apply. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more, and come home to quality only at Eligipini.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: Dominican teachers encouraged to pursue the Certified Teachers Training Program. News from the region this morning: the Barbados Prime Minister pushes for regional fact-checking to keep press on track. South Korea fires warning shots at North Korean troops crossing the border between the two countries. And Dominica's under-14 girls football team reaches finals of CFU Challenge in Trinidad. Details of the morning news right after this.
Yo, what's up? Baby, let's go. Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. My name is Curtis Matthew. Dominican teachers have been encouraged to pursue the Certified Teachers Training Program. President of the DAT, that's the Dominica Association of Teachers, Mervyn Alexander, says the Certified Teachers Training Program is needed.
I would like to urge teachers, especially those moving from the program requirement, to pursue a certified teacher training program, because without this, your chances of becoming permanently appointed in the teaching service will not happen. And to those who are teacher trained, don't just be satisfied with just that. There are many other programs of studies available aimed for higher education. I also want to urge anyone whose desire is to be a teacher. My advice to you is to pursue your teacher training program before entering the service. This would greatly enhance your being permanently employed in the service. To the NEP workers in our schools, you too should seek to pursue teacher training, since without that, should a vacancy become available, your chances of filling in the position is not guaranteed. Teachers, as you get ready to embark on another academic year, I urge you to continue doing your best, but be mindful of your mental and physical health.
President of the Dominica Association of Teachers, Mervyn Alexander. Former Attorney General Anthony Larond has been assigned to review Dominica's firearms legislation. Minister for National Security Rayburn Blackmore says Dominica's firearms legislation will be strengthened to address the use of illegal firearms in the country.
We have Mr. Anthony Larond, who is actually now engaged with the ministry, and as we speak, is looking at the current firearms legislation. We also have model legislations from other member states, including Jamaica. That is being looked at alongside what we have, and to strengthen the penalties. For example, I can just make reference to some of the issues that may be considered. Of course, it will be a draft that has to be ultimately approved by Cabinet and the Chairman of the Cabinet. And for example, some of the legislation we're looking at speaks to if you are actually found in possession of an illegal firearm, there's a minimum of 10 years imprisonment. If you were to make the mistake to use a firearm to intimidate or to commit a felony, for example, if you were to use a firearm to commit what they call an aggravated burglary, which means to enter somebody's home to commit a crime, but it's to steal, etc., and you have on your person an illegal firearm or a firearm, some of the laws that we're looking at speak to a minimum sentence of 20 years imprisonment. And then, for example, if you were to be involved in the trafficking of illegal firearm, a minimum of 25 years. I'm not saying that's going to be the actual and the ultimate law, but we're looking at, of course, model legislation across the Caribbean.
Meantime, Blackmore has commended the police for their role in the recent gun amnesty, which ended last weekend.
And last month, we actually announced the beginning of a gun amnesty program for a period of 1 month, which came to an end over the weekend. I want to take this opportunity, Mr. Commissioner of Police, and your men and women, to thank you for your effort thus far, and in particular, those who saw it fit and to have brought in the firearms. And from what I've been so advised to date, 5 firearms were actually returned or surrendered to the police. Now, I'm not one who's going to use the number 5 as the sole barometer to actually measure the success of the program itself, except to say, of course, it demonstrates, as I've said from the initial point, your government, the demonstration of good faith, and allowing the public, therefore, an opportunity to do the right thing and to surrender the firearms.
Minister responsible for national security, Rayburn Blackmore, Director of the Dominica Social Security, Janice Jacques Thomas, has encouraged self-employed individuals to regularize their status and pay contributions to the institution. She told the DBS program this week that self-employed individuals who fail to pay contributions to the DSS are at a disadvantage.
Increasingly, we are seeing that self-employed persons who fail to pay contributions while they have the chance, they are losing out. They get sick, they cannot receive any benefits because they haven't been paying. They become pensionable, and some of them don't even qualify for a grant, although you just need 1 year's payment to get a grant. So that is why I think it is important that we send out a call to the self-employed persons to ask them to come on board. And some of them are on board because they register, but they register and they do not pass back and pay their contributions. So that is why we want to sound the call and ask the self-employed persons to honor the commitment to yourself. It's not even a commitment to Social Security, no? It's a commitment to yourself to come and pay your contributions, regularize your status so that you can qualify for the benefits that are available under the Dominica Social Security.
Director of the Dominica Social Security, Janice Jacques Thomas. President of the Dominica-Cuba Friendship Association, Dr. Damian Dublin, says they stand in solidarity with the Republic of Cuba as efforts are underway to stop that country's medical missions to Caribbean neighbors and other countries around the world. His statement came this week as Cuba provided scholarships for Dominican students to pursue studies in Cuba. The U.S. government has begun revoking or restricting visas for some African, Caribbean, and Brazilian officials who they allege have ties to a Cuban program that sends medical workers abroad.
We want to really express our solidarity on behalf of the Cuba Friendship Association and the Cuban Guild of Graduates. We want to express our solidarity with Cuba, especially now with that it seemed to be a directed attack. The attacking Cuba from all angles. Right now, they have this thing about the diplomatic or the visas, because they create a condition that the Cubans who come here to work out of solidarity and friendship, they term it as forced labor. I mean, I just say it's ridiculous, but might is power in this world. You have the might, you have the economic power, you can create things and just push it to the other countries and force them to take a stand. But fortunately in the Caribbean, CARICOM is taking a firm stance because CARICOM knows and the countries know the importance of the Cuban scholarship program and the Cuban contribution, especially to the health sector. So it's something we all have to understand and be in solidarity with and support whichever way we can.
And that's the president of the Dominica-Cuba Friendship Association, Dr. Damian Dublin. Meanwhile, Dr. Dublin told the 11 new recipients of the Cuban Scholarship Program to respect the Cuban culture and to make the best of the opportunity being given to them.
Basically, understanding the culture. You go into a different society, find out about the place, know the culture, and when you go there, one word in your mind, respect. Because there are certain things you see happening that you're not accustomed to, but you have to adapt to it. So the easier you can adapt and the quicker you can adapt, much better for you. So respect is the word. Respect yourself, respect your peers, respect the ordinary little workers working in we call it the comedian that you're going to eat. Respect every single body, because all of them playing a role in the scheme of things to ensure that you graduate. Cubans are generally just hospitable people, and so just do your best. And most important, failure is not an option. Tell yourself, from the time you leave, you're not going to come back to Dominica without whatever you're going to achieve. The little niceties that you're accustomed with, you have to adjust. Because of the hardship, there might be shortage of certain things. We have to face the reality and just adjust yourself accordingly. And stay away from social media. That thing of people want to take pictures and post any little issue. No. You have to be responsible and understand the situation, know the sacrifices, because they're tremendous sacrifice they're making to get you up there.
And that's the president of the Dominica-Cuba Friendship Association, Dr. Damian Dublin. Minister for National Security Rayburn Blackmore says the process has begun to redirect police officers from the communities of Monrachet and Kulibistri to the Salisbury Police District. He made this announcement during a press briefing Friday.
We have to continue to look at how do we do some redistricting. Police redistricting, and that falls within the level of competence of whoever the minister is. And I think the time has come for us to rationalize our approach, and not rationalizing the service, but the approach to allow for better deployment and better efficiency. I can go back to the days of Somerville report, where recommendations were made to maybe collapse some police stations, some districts, into other police districts. And we're currently looking at the community of Kulibistri and Monwachet to be collapsed into the police district of Salisbury, which will remain therefore the officers will be transferred to the village of Salisbury, which is a very busy community. And that is not being done without meeting with the people and consulting with the people.
Minister for National Security, Rayburn Blackmore. Prime Minister Mia Mottley of Barbados has called on Caribbean media leaders to adopt two firm commitments. One, on truth verification, and another on the media's duty as educators of the region's people. She made the appeal during the opening of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union's 56th Annual General Assembly at Hilton Barbados Resort. Motley stressed that while profits matter, media executives must also take seriously their role in shaping national identity. She urged broadcasters to go beyond legal requirements on local content and instead accept the responsibility of teaching Caribbean culture and history. Too often, she said, the region's pre- and post-emancipation successes are overlooked, leaving people without deep roots. Without that grounding, she said, societies will struggle against global pressures. Finally, this morning, South Korea has confirmed it fired warning shots at North Korean soldiers who briefly crossed the heavily fortified border between the two countries. North Korean state media called the shots a deliberate provocation, and Pyongyang has accused Seoul of risking uncontrollable tensions. The incident was made public as the new South Korean president departed Seoul today for a visit to Tokyo and Washington. It is 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's a look at the DBS major morning news. Let's take a look at the headlines again. Dominican teachers encouraged to pursue the Certified Teachers Training Program. The Barbados Prime Minister pushes for regional fact-checking to keep press on track. And South Korea fires warning shots at North Korean troops crossing the border between the two countries. The sports report comes up shortly.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
Just Mobank me. It's that easy.
The faster, easier way to bank. NBD makes it easy to bank online, anywhere, at any time. With Mobanking, the faster, easier way to bank.
The faster, easier way. So transfer funds on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way. to pay your bills with more banking.
The faster, easier way. So order checks on more banking. The faster, easier
Pay employees
way.
on more banking.
The faster, easier way to bank.
Plus, you can now top up your phone on Mo Banking. No need for cash or card. Simply log into Mo Banking to top up your phone. Visit nbdominica.com or follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more details.
The faster, easier way to bank.
NBD.
Your partner, your bank.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with netball news. Dominica will tip off his campaign in the 5th Eastern Caribbean Central Bank International Netball Series as that tournament gets underway in Grenada this afternoon. 10 Caribbean countries are taking part in this year's tournament: Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Cayman Islands, Dominica, Guyana. There's also Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia, and the defending champion St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The teams will be fighting for improved world netball rankings and also the Gloria Ballantyne Trophy, which shall be awarded to the OACS country with the highest placing at the end of the tournament. The Dominica team is being captained by Galen Seraphine. The rest of the team is Omin Charles, Kemisha Hodge Christmas, Anisha Pinard, Selena Langley, Vernell Thomas, Kenya John, Melissa Williams, Kayla Telemack, Chanel St. Rose, Nanika Peters, and Kadisha Joseph. The team is being coached by Jennifer Nanton. Dominica will start off the tournament with a match against the host country, Grenada. That game gets underway at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Some football news now. The national under-14 girls football team is just one win away from capturing the CFU under-14 girls challenge in Trinidad. This as the national team beat Suriname in the semi-finals Friday to advance to the final. Dominica came from a goal down to win by 2-1. Brianna Briggs continued with her hot form, getting the equalizer for Dominica in the 57th minute, and then Jean-Jacques got the go-ahead goal 2 minutes later to secure their spot in the finals. Here is the girls' under-14 head coach, Rosilia Regis.
What is it that you said to the players at halftime?
Okay, we just told them that, hey, we're still in the game. It's just 1-0, and we had chances, so all we have to do is capitalize, and we're going to bring our trump card. We know that they can't handle her. Nobody can handle her. So we just brought her in and let her do her thing. That's all.
And 10 minutes into the second half, you switched it from the left to the right. What made you make that decision?
Well, we realized where the weak area is, and we wanted to exploit that. And we've been looking at how they have been playing, and that player, number 3, just stood out. So I just say, hey, switch over and just take her on.
And that's the girls under-14 head coach, Rosilia Regis. Dominica will play the Dominican Republic in the final match Sunday. What a week it has been for the under-14 girls. My team easily, my team of the week. The girls under-14 team now into the final in Trinidad of the under-14 CFU Challenge. And as I said before, what an amazing performance by Dominica's under-14 football team. The girls in Trinidad. Now, let's turn the attention now to cricket because Shimron Hetmeyer and Shea Hope hit half centuries in an amazing display of power hitting, and Imran Tahir got a 5-wicket haul as the Guyana Amazon Warriors got past the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons as the Republic Bank CPL continued last night in Antigua. The Warriors batting first made 211 for 3 in their 20 overs. Shea Hope smashed 82 from 54 balls. Shimron Hetmeyer 65 not out in just 26 balls. And Romario Shepherd 25 not out of 8 deliveries. Jaden Seals took 1 for 34. The Falcons needing a record score of 212 at that venue to win the match had no answer for Imran Tahir. He picked up 5 for 21 as the Falcons, they were bowled out for 128. Karima Gore got 31. The Warriors won by 83 runs. The CPL action will continue tonight with the defending champion St. Lucia taking on the Trinbago Knight Riders. That game will get underway at 7 o'clock. That should be the DFA Premier League champions. Central Cooperative Credit Union Dubla FC will be hoping to create history later tonight as they look to become the first Premier League team to complete a season undefeated. The 3-time reigning champions are on top of the points table on 45 points, heading into the final match of the season tonight. Dubla has a record of 14 wins and 3 draws from their 17 matches played to date. They will take on Connect 767 Courts Ready Cash East Central at the Dubla playing field. That game is set for 6:30 this evening. Dubla will also officially receive their Premier League trophy tonight following the match. The race for the Golden Boot will also be determined this weekend. Well, Sagiko Southeast forward Deron James is leading the pack with 17 goals. Odell Laville of Central Cooperative Credit Union Dubla FC has 15 goals. Kian Thomas from Valvoline United and Dante Warrington from Petro Caribe Point Michel both have 14 goals. Some basketball news now. Defending DABA Premier League champions, the Detroit Blazers picked up 3 points without breaking a sweat as Police Sports Club could not field a team for their scheduled Premier League match at the Massac Indoor facility last night. Meanwhile, the Perky's Pisa 767 Sports Club Young Ballers also had an easy day at the office as the West Coast Credit Union Reltem Ballers did not show up for their encounter. The basketball action continues tonight with the BAA Sharks taking on the Hilltop Services Prowlers at 7, and at 9 o'clock is the Peerbush Super Eagles and the 767 Sports Club Dominators. President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctrove, is reiterating a call for more support for local athletes. Doctrove says that more investment is needed and that the public should not wait for an athlete to achieve greatness before deciding to come on board. He says the athletes need more help during the development phases of their careers.
When a Dominican goes out there and win a regional or international medal, it goes a long way in promoting Dominica. That's why I've always been calling for more investment, especially from the private sector in our sports programs. And let's not wait for an athlete to win a gold medal and then jump on board, embrace them and celebrate. It's all well and good to celebrate and when they win, but we must try to put the environment in place to ensure that our young people can go on and excel. Because Dominica always gets so much promotion, so much, positive promotion and publicity when a Dominican goes out there and excel.
And that's the president of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctrove. Finally, this morning, let's bring you news on cycling. The Dominica Cycling Association will be launching its grassroots development program with the launch of the Kiddies Cycling Festival this weekend at the Bayfront. Here is the president of the Dominica Cycling Association, Ronald Charles.
We're encouraging fathers, parents, mothers, children, and everybody that is a perfect time to bring your little boy, your little girl who has a BMX or a mountain bike, who wish to just participate in a very safe environment. We're hoping to have a lot of fun games. So we are asking persons to turn out. Please register with anybody from the Dominica Cycling Association, because by Wednesday we would like to have, or Thursday, we would like to have a good count as to the number of persons that will be attending. That is for the purposes of catering and all that. So we're looking forward to this. We are hoping that we would be able to generate some kind of registration for the academy that we're hoping to have, and that having that cycling academy, it would be a general cycling academy, and we were hoping to meet with the young people, that is those that are very young, 5 years, 6, 7 and so forth, on weekends, and take them on little rides, and safe rides, I would say. So we're looking forward to this. This is a big thing. This is something that we would really like the young people to participate in.
And that's the president of the Dominica Cycling Association, Ronald Charles. That too is a look at the DBS major morning news and sports. Joseph Fadul now will determine the most impactful insert on the news and sports. I have my favorite, but that's your call, Joseph Fadul. The world is waiting to hear which insert is the most impactful one as far as you're concerned. You can go through the news and the sports and determine by yourself the best insert for you on the morning news and sports. On behalf of the news and sports departments and our link person, Joseph Fadul, Curtis Matthew saying good morning. Do have a great weekend.
Just Mobank me. Here's my ID.
Just Mobank me. It's that easy.
The faster, easier way to bank. NBD makes it easy to bank online, anywhere, at any time. With Mobanking, the faster, easier way to bank.
The faster, easier way.
So transfer funds on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
To pay your bills with Mobanking.
The faster, easier way.
So order checks on Mobanking.
The faster, easier
Pay employees
way.
on Mobanking.
The faster, easier way to bank. Plus, you can now top up your phone on Mobanking. No need for cash or card. Simply log into Mobanking to top up your phone. Visit nbdominica.com or follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more details.
The faster, easier way to bank. NBD.
Your partner, your bank.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
It's time to bring you this morning's edition of the Insert of the Package. This morning's edition of the Insert of the Package is brought to you compliments of our good friends at A&A Low Price Center.
A&A Low Price Center in the village of Calabishi offers the best prices for the freshest products ever. One-stop convenient shopping at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi. For your foods, your everyday needs, snacks, liquor, dry goods, and more. Just about everything located in the flat of Calabishi, directly in the center of the village. Come to A&A Low Price Center on the highway in Calabishi. A&A Low Price Center is family owned and operated. It is fully computerized, VAT compliant, low toll, credit card and top-up capabilities. Stop at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi today or call 445-7655. Drop us an email at analowprice@gmail.com. A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Visit us today. Just walk in and be happy you did.
And this morning's insert of the package will come from the morning's sportscast, where, of course, the Dominica team, the under-14 team, the national under-14 girls football team, is just one win away from capturing the CFU under-14 girls challenge in Trinidad. This as the national team beat Suriname in the semi-finals Friday afternoon in their 5th straight winning game. Dominica came from a goal down to win 2-1. Brianna Briggs continued with her hot form, getting the equalizer for Dominica in the 57th minute, and Kaylee Jean-Jacques got the go-ahead 2 minutes later to secure the spot in the finals. Well, here's now is the under-14 head coach, Rosilia Regist.
What is it that you said to the players at halftime?
Okay, we just told them that, hey, we're still in the game. It's just 1-0, and we had chances. So all we have to do is capitalize, and we're going to bring our trump card. We know that they can't handle her. Nobody can handle her. So we just brought her in and let her do her thing. That's all.
And 10 minutes into the second half, you switched it from the left to the right. What made you make that decision?
Well, we realized where the weak area is, and we wanted to exploit that. And we've been looking at how they have been playing, and that player number 3 just stood out. So I just say, hey, switch over and just take her on. And there it was.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
Well, you just heard the insert of the package. Let's now bring you this morning's edition of the Weather Report. This morning's edition of the weather is brought to you compliments of Big Edge and Flow.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plan. Cash in a flash.
It's in the feeling in our weak side. It's in the meaning in our squad. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. 'Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
And we say a special good morning to Keisha Dubik with this morning's edition of the Weather Report. Keisha Dubik, good morning to you.
Good morning. The weather report from the Dominican Meteorological Service at Douglas Charles Airport for today, Saturday, August 23rd, as recorded at 7 a.m. Today's weather is expected to be clear to partly cloudy with a few showers and possible localized afternoon thunderstorms. Conditions at Douglas Charles Airport were cloudy with slight dust haze. Surface winds West northwesterly at 3 knots or 6 kilometers per hour. Present temperature 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall at the Douglas Charles Airport was nil, and the total rainfall for the month so far is 84.2 millimeters. The sun will set today at 6:24 p.m. and rise tomorrow at 5:52 a.m. The next high tide today will be at 4:56 p.m. and the low tide will be at 10:49 a.m. and 10:42 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica under less than 3. A high pressure system is becoming a dominant feature, bringing relatively